I'm sure my belly's wrong.
Well, put the computer where it's supposed to be in the pillow.
I can't never do nothing I want. Hi everyone, I am here with the Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today we're going to be reading Luke chapter 19 verses 1 through 27, Psalm 87, and Proverbs chapter 13 verse 11. One little proverb. So let's see here. If you're reading the Old Testament today at Bible Gateway, you will be in the book of Joshua still. Okay, so in Luke today we'll be talking about Zacchaeus the tax collector. He was a little short guy, Zacchaeus was. You'll see. He was shorter compared to a lot of other people. Yeah, he's like Sherm. And the parable of the 10 minas. And that's it. Huh?
The 10 what?
Minas. Is that how you say it? M-I-N-A-S? Minas?
It's minas.
I don't know. Until I start reading it.
Oh.
Probably money or something. Alright. Sorry. Jesus entered Jericho. What? Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through. A man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was wealthy, so a lot of people would hate him. It's like the IRS, pretty much there, okay, at that time. Nobody wants to mess with them. He wanted to see who Jesus was, but because he was short, he could not see over the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore fig tree to see him, since Jesus was coming that way. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up. He knew Zacchaeus was there. He looked up and said to him, "Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today." So he came down at once and welcomed him gladly. All the people saw this and began to mutter, "He has gone to be the guest of a sinner." They themselves are sinners too. They just don't want to admit it, apparently. They think, they're better than this tax collector. He's a sinner, and Jesus is going to hang out with a sinner. So how good can he be? Well, everyone's a sinner, except for Jesus. And they're judging, another thing, they're judging him. And you're not supposed to judge, only God can judge. So it's like, mind your own business. Jesus is there to bring the sinners to him and God. People that's already, connected with the Lord and God, the righteous. What good's that going to do for Jesus to say anything to them? Because they already know the path to life and know him and the Father. They're already good. But he needs to talk to the sinners to get them where they need to be before it's too late. But the teachers of the law and stuff, you know how they are. They just don't want Jesus around and telling anything, period. But Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, "Look, Lord, here and now I give half of my possessions to the poor, and if I had cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount." So even though he was a chief tax collector, he was a good, honest man, even giving half of his possessions to the poor. Not all people that are in a certain job act the same. Like today, like the police officers, they're getting so much, hate because of some of them killing other people and stuff like that because of a few bad seeds in their department. But not all of the police officers are that way. Just like not all tax collectors are mean. Some police officers are really, really nice and would do anything and everything, even risking their lives to help someone they don't know. And there's some are just evil. Some are just evil, just like tax collectors and everybody else in different professions. doctors, all of them. This depends on the person, not the job. Okay, the parable of the 10 minas. I'm pretty sure that's money, sure. While they were listening to this, he went on to tell them a parable. As you know, Jesus always spoke to people in parables. Because he was near Jerusalem, and the people thought that the kingdom of God was going to appear at once. He said, a man of noble birth went to a distant country to have himself appointed king, and then to return. So he called 10 of his servants and gave them 10 minas. Put this money to work, he said, until I come back. But his subjects hated him and sent a delegation after him to say, we don't want this man to be our king. He was made king, however. Now they're going to regret they said that, right? He was made king, however, and returned home. Then he sent for the servants to whom he had given the money in order to find out what they had gained with it. The first one came and said, Sir, your mina has earned 10 more. Well done, my good servant, his master replied. Because you have been trustworthy in a very small matter, take charge of 10 cities. That's right, 10 cities. The second man came and said, Sir, your mina has earned 5 more. His master answered, you take charge of 5 cities. So they started out being in charge of the master's money, trying to make a little more, and they did. And now they're in charge of cities. Big difference between money and cities, right? Then another servant came and said, Sir, here is your mina. I have kept it laid away in a piece of cloth. I was afraid of you, because you are a hard man. You take out what you did not put in, and reap what you did not sow. I can't believe he said that. Cannot believe he said that, and to the king. Can you? Because you know he's not going to be pleased to hear this. His master replied, I will judge you by your own words, you wicked servant. You knew, did you, that I am a hard man, taking out what I did not put in, and reaping what I did not sow? Why then didn't you put my money on deposit, so that when I came back, I could have collected it with interest? Then he said to those standing by, Take his mina away from him, and give it to the one who has 10 minas. Sir, they said, he already has 10. He replied, I tell you, that to everyone who has more will be given. But as for the one who has nothing, even what they have will be taken away. But those enemies of mine, who did not want me to be king over them, bring them here and kill them in front of me. I knew that was coming, didn't you? I knew when they said that, when the guy was going to be made king, and they sent delegations to go say, we don't want him as our king. You knew what was going to happen if he was made king. He was going to kill him. And indeed, he was made king. And indeed, they were killed in front of him. Alright, so that's where we're stopping with Luke today. And now we're going to read Psalm 87, which just has 7 verses. It is of the sons of Korah, a psalm, a song. And the sons of Korah, their psalms are really beautiful too. You know I love all the psalms though. He has founded his city on the holy mountain. The Lord loves the gates of Zion. Once again, like I tell you guys all the time, the Lord loves Zion. It says so in the Bible so many times. The Lord loves the gates of Zion more than all the other dwellings of Jacob. Glorious things are said of you, city of God. I will record Rahab and Babylon among those who acknowledge me, Philistia too, and Tyre along with Cush, and will say, this one was born in Zion. Indeed, of Zion it will be said, this one and that one were born in her, and the Most High himself will establish her. The Lord will write in the register of the peoples, this one was born in Zion. As they make music, they will sing, all my fountains are in you. And that was Psalm 87. A song of the sons of Korah. That makes me wish I was born in Zion, doesn't it you? This one was born in Zion. Place God loves. That'd be great. And in today's Bible reading is Proverbs 13:11. Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Amen. Do it the right way and the honest way. God will be there to help you. But he's not going to help someone or want to help someone who's dishonest with their money and does bad things. That's the devil sitting back helping them do that. But of course God will want them to change their ways, and then, he'll be there for them too. Our God is a loving, compassionate, and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love. He will forgive. Look how many times he forgave the Hebrews when they were on their way to the promised land after he rescued them from Egypt through the hands of Moses and Aaron. They kept doing stuff to him so much and turning their backs on him several times, and the Lord would forgive them. Then they'd do it again, something else, and he'd get really mad, and then he'd forgive them again. He kept forgiving them always. And they'd done some pretty bad things. They turned their back on God and made the image of a statue of a calf and worshipped that calf instead of God after all they seen God had done for them. But God always forgave them, just like he will forgive you. All you got to do is ask. And ask Jesus to come into your heart and be your Lord and Savior. And you will be saved and have your name in heaven in the Lamb's Book of Life, which means you'll be going to heaven when you die, for eternity. You won't have to worry about, am I going to heaven or hell? I really don't know. If you're saved and you stay changing your life after you've been saved, being a good person, acting like Jesus, you don't have nothing to worry about. You'll be in heaven. Okay. So let me go to the prayer requests now. Please keep the following people in prayer. Rhonda Karshner, Sherm, she's getting that bad cough again. Layla and her son Emil. Layla for her health and other things, and Emil for a good unspoken prayer request for something good he's wanting to happen in his life. So please pray hard for that. You guys prayed hard for my mom for her unspoken prayer request, and it did happen. She got her own place. She's renting it, but it's still her own place, so she doesn't have to live with my sister anymore. And my nephew Jimmy, her grandson, went to live with her as well, which also makes me very happy. Okay. Elizabeth Jeffries, Judy Thompson. I need to get a hold of her again too before she has her surgeries. Jimmy Myers. The doctor doubled Jimmy's medicine, some of it, and he has to have surgery next month in May. And then after that surgery, he'll be having another surgery. But he has to recover from the first one first before they do the other, Okay, and Cindy Wells, she's having a lot of wheezing, mucus, and coughing again. Nighttime, of course, is always the worst. And she has those severe Charlie horses. They go from her feet all the way up to the top part of her leg. And they're severe. I don't know if that runs in the family or not, because my papaw, which is her dad, on that side of the family there, he would get them so bad in his legs, papaw would, that he would pass out. That's how strong and painful they were. And she gets them, and I get them, And Jason, my cousin Jason, gets them. But I think, I don't know, she's tried that TheraWorks, and we've got her all different kinds of stuff to try, creams and stuff. And I even got her some little jugs, little pictures of pickle juice online. She says it helps a little, because pickle juice, if you're having a Charlie horse, is supposed to stop it. So thankfully, she said that helps a little with that, so I'm really glad I got those. Because it's much more convenient, I thought, than her having to, take the pickles out and drink it, or drink it with the pickles in it. And when I saw those little jugs of pickle juice, I'm like, all she'd have to do was get in the fridge and grab one. So much easier, especially when you're in a lot of pain in there. Please pray for Dora Carper, Joyce Light, which I need to get a hold of her as well. Latham Burns, he's a little boy that has epilepsy, who is Jeannie Burns' youngest son. And please keep Jeannie in your prayers. We just added her yesterday because her grandma, our neighbor across the hall, Barnett, said that Jeannie had a heart attack. And she's young. I don't know if she's my age, Sherm's age, or younger. I actually think she's younger than me, but I'm not sure, and I'm 40. But she had a heart attack. So please keep her in your prayers. Please keep Abby Myers in your prayers. You know, her and Matthew are house hunting. Please pray that they find a home that they like and they're able to get it. And it's a safe house in a safe part of the area, wherever they're at. Please pray for Donna Dunlap and family. You know, her oldest son committed suicide here not too long ago. So you can only imagine how hard it was on her and the family. Please pray for Garnet Boyer and Jim Mitchell. Please pray for Ramona Henry. Remember, her blood pressure is going really low. The bottom number was 44. And she's really pale. They did the heart catheterization on her. But she said she wasn't going to take the blood pressure pill now. Because, of course, her blood pressure is severely low. Which mine was getting like that, too. But I take 2 different blood pressure medicines, both twice a day. So I take 4 blood pressure pills a day. I think the one she's taking is Losartan. That's the one you got, isn't it? Losartan. And I'm not sure if that's one of mine or not. I can't remember. That might be the name of mine, one of mine too. But hopefully pray for her to get better. She wants to wait until May next month to see her heart doctor. She don't want to go now. But she needs to go now because she might not make it till next month to see him. Please keep her in your prayers. And please keep one of Abby's customers, Jan, in your prayers. She had a stroke. According to what her son was talking to Ab about, it sounded like good news instead of bad news, that she is getting better. So please pray for her. Okay, so I think I got oh, sorry guys, I forgot to add somebody to the list. I just seen it last night, and I'm like, oh, I hope I don't, and I was in bed, I hope I don't forget to add her to the prayer list. Please keep in prayer Kathy Butterball. I'm not sure if she was married to that guy. Her boyfriend, I'm not sure if they were married or not. He just passed away not too long ago. And he wasn't that old either, because he was working at Walmart. We've seen him in there all the time, but he died, and I can't remember how. It might have been a heart attack. But anyway, Kathy, she's related to us. She's like my cousin, and she somehow broke her hip yesterday, and I don't know exactly what this means, because I've never heard of it before, but they did some kind of scan on her head, I guess, and she's got fat deposits in her brain. I don't know how that happens or what that does, but please keep Kathy Butterball in your prayers. She needs them really bad right now. She seems like she's been in and out of the hospital a lot the last few years. And of course now with her live-in boyfriend or husband, whichever he was, I'm not sure, passing away as well, She's got to be really hurting on top of that, emotionally. So, and sometimes that can wear you down enough to affect your physical health. So please keep her in prayer. Alright guys, so I'm going to go write her name in here and fix up this prayer list here a little bit, and then I will be back with a Bible study. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Bible reading. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless. I love you all.